The test is continuous until the day of judgment, meaning at every moment a prophet has existed and the people of the world did not know. And all these Rumiologists, all these professors, all of this for the 700 to 800 years after him, now that this program is being broadcast for the first time, none of them said that, "Sir, this is what Rumi and Hafez and Saadi and the others meant." No one said it. No one. It has happened, my dear listener. And is it upon the people of the world to find their prophet? If not, they have died in the era of pre-Islamic ignorance. We explained this in the rest of it and asked, what should we do with children under 15? Should we let them rest or not? Which they will explain in the program, and many other things. When my Telegram video views reach 15,000 people per video, the program will increase to 2 episodes a week. Thanks for promoting. I love you all. It's a great kindness. Okay, let's get to our program. And in episode 25, the night before last, we had a message from a dear, honorable rabbi who was a commander. No, it was past commanding, he was a commander, saying, yeah, you are leading Jewish kids astray. You, Islam, what for? Islam has all this stuff going on now. It's entangled with Islam and this and that. And let's put aside the motherfucker curses that were exchanged. Let's tell him, first of all, before it ever occurred to your stupid brain, I myself knew that if I cursed at Islam, I'd get rich. Meaning right now in Los Angeles, those who are cursing at Islam are either getting paid to curse, and many other religions help them financially. It's different, meaning a Zoroastrian is cursing Islam or a Baha'i is cursing Islam. The Restart program is sending them all flying. It makes no difference to it. This Friday, the Buddhists will soon be talking about you too. But in general, the fact that the Jews are getting singled out and you're in such a panic is very interesting to me. Very interesting to me. And we don't joke around with anyone on this program. In the last episode, 24, I explained it. Firstly, really, I swear to God, truly all the poems are censored. Meaning, any poem you see from Rumi, Attar, Saadi, and the like in the virtual world, it's because the dishonorable bastards, in other words, people like Makarem, like Safi Golpayagani, like, well, I'm talking about this era, not previous eras, that's a different discussion, and like Adyan News, Farag News in short, they just keep censoring this, dear listener, and there's nothing I can do about it later, and that's why if a perfect man is going to make a move, it will be with the Restart program. Instead of reading books on mysticism because it can't be solved with a book, instead of all these books you want to read, don't open more than one book, and that book is yourself. And you yourself are an important book that a prophet must have the power to shake, and you should watch this program instead of all those books. You have? If you see that you haven't reached episode 45 and you still have many questions, many of which have now been resolved, let me tell you that questions will be answered after episode 45 as well, and new questions will arise for you, especially about religion and about the books of religions. I just gave a tiny explanation that if you find 4 sentences in a religious book, they belong to the people of Sufism, and those sentences are not wrong. You can't say these sentences. It's like them taking my sentences and twisting them in another direction, taking so-and-so's sentences and twisting them in another direction. The sentence itself isn't wrong, it just doesn't belong to this religion. Meaning no religion has a book. Any religion that said I have a book is completely up in the air. I'll read this poem once more, up to the part where a great secret was revealed. That right now something exists. A Muhammad exists. Someone exists. A prophet exists. And I don't know how many more programs it will take to finish these 7-10 couplets. I'll read these couplets for you one more time so you know, since the greatness of the messenger was established, then envy does not come to anyone from accepting, and meaning envy refers to all these clerics. What does cleric mean? A cleric must be, they say Zoroastrian cleric, Christian cleric. A cleric must have a connection with the soul. This fellow sees a snake and shoves his hand down his crotch. What soul is he going to see? Can everyone even feel a soul for it to get somewhere? When you say cleric, this is that cleric. Now, praise be to God, they say Gnostic of God and Gnostic by God and Gnostic before God, and it just goes on. Praise be to God, they all die and their otherworldly eye opens up to be 6 by 200 meters. Thank God. They all have poison on their faces. Their shit is poison. Meaning, what I want to tell you is, know that 99% of you people listening to the program, and those who are foreigners, soon it will probably be broadcast in their languages. You will understand it's like this. None of these people are going to hell. All of you in this world among 7 billion will understand this subject. When you die among 700 billion, you must understand this subject. Just as the fun and games on the other side are different. Look, I'm willing to give $500 million right now to get one kiss from Mary. You say, Saeed, she's dead. Wow, what a strange death. Your Saeed was killed. When you die, you see the beautiful girls who had died before are all there, ready for marriage. Picking up girls over there is cool, not here. Here, I have to choose from among 3.5 billion girls. Over there, I have to choose from among 600 billion, for example. All the dead have come back to life. Money for fun and discos and stuff is cool over there, which, well, we will see. Anyway, these people, the only ones who go to hell, dear listener, if we are talking about the heaven and hell of your religious definition, which we Sufis have a completely different view on, just be aware of this. Let me just read it. Because I wanted to explain this at the end of the program, I'll read this. But heaven and hell is only and only for those who are the most dishonorable people in history. Those who have enmity in their hearts for the perfect man or stand against the perfect man. Meaning if you, in the websites Adya News and Farag News that are cursing Sufism, or for example Mrs. Makaremi, if you love your husband even a little bit in your heart, you're screwed. There will be no mercy. Or look how firmly I say this. People, nobody is going to hell. Rest assured. Why? Because the language of Rumi says so, not me. I, as Rumi, say it. Our language is elevated. I say it. In short, it moves this much. Now, if not in this world in 100 years, then in 100,000 years anyway, this has to move. You have to understand this subject and you will understand. But those who are enemies, no mercy will be shown to them. Meaning Safi Golpayegani has no way of salvation. Saddam does. See how strongly I'm speaking. Saddam killed so many, he might have a chance, that handsome one. For example, you say so-and-so, but this one has no way out at all. I'm giving an example. Where might so-and-so person have a chance? You don't know. And it's an important point. For example, Mr. Sheikh Bahai, a Gnostic and a great Sufi and a great scientist. When I say Sheikh Bahai, this man is 10 Newtons, 2,200 scientists, not just someone who memorized the Quran and so on. He was fully loaded in everything. Then he realized he made a mistake by reading books, studying jurisprudence, fiqh, and memorizing the Quran. Then he found the path of restart, and his story changes. In a poem he says, and thank God again, gentlemen, these 15 to 20,000 people who censor the virtual world, this same poem is censored. You search for it, you won't find it. You search for it, you won't find it. You search, you won't find 2 or 3 of its couplets. I'll read it for you. He says, we want no destination from the beloved, but the beloved. We are only seeking the restart. We are seeking that beautiful one, Jasakam, O ascetic. May the houris and paradise be your cheap prize. Houris and heaven and hell and paradise, this is oppression. Don't give it, ascetic, go on your way. His poem is from here. You've all heard the better part, you haven't heard the rest. O Saki, give a cup of that spiritual wine, so I may rest for a moment from this carnal veil. If you seek my soul in the sea of the beloved's trial, I will scatter it such that you'd be ashamed of asking. We gambled away religion and heart in one glance and are content. He says I sold my religion, Mr. Rabbi who sends messages, Sheikh Bahai says it. He says religion and heart, meaning both religion and heart in one glance. By seeing that perfect man, we lost them and are content. We're having a good time. In the gamble of love, O heart, when was there regret? These 2 couplets that were removed, I am putting them back in right now. I prostrate to an idol, don't show me the way to the mosque. We are infidels on the path of love, how could I be a Muslim? He says this is my idol, this perfect man. I prostrate to my idol. It's a divine command to prostrate to your idol. I do it. Don't show me a mosque. We and the city's ascetic are both branded. We and the city's ascetic are both branded. But our brand is on the heart. His brand is on the forehead. Remember that segment of the program I made for Mr. Rayshari to pick up on? He says we are both branded. We are branded in our hearts. We are lovers. We are the beautiful ones. And the ascetic has put the brand on his forehead so he can make money. I saw an ascetic in the tavern, a mockery of wine. I told him, "Congratulations on this Muslimness of yours." His poems are long. Paradise and heaven are only for you. They are for you religious people, so when you go to the other side and you're dealt with, you'll realize it's not like this. Okay, I was reading the poem. Since the greatness, we read this last week, but I will explain an important message in it now. Since the greatness of the messenger was established, then envy does not come to anyone from accepting, so in every era a guardian is standing. The test is continuous until the day of judgment. A pole is needed for the world of the spheres. An axis is needed for the stillness of the earth. He says there must be a pole, and the universe revolves around a pole. The world of spheres also revolves around this pole, meaning he's referring to the perfect man. An axis is needed for the stillness of the earth. If the pole's weakness is in the body, it is not in the soul. The weakness is in the ship, not in Noah. He says if you see weakness, it's not in this perfect man. It might be in his ship, but not in him. Whoever's path is of good character will be saved. Whoever is of a glass heart will be broken. So the living, standing Imam is that guardian, whether from the descendants of Omar or of Ali. He is the Mahdi and the Hadi, the guided and the guide. O seeker of the path, both hidden and sitting right in front of you. He is like the light, and intellect is his Gabriel, and the guardian lesser than him is his lamp. I've read up to here. But a very important point is hidden within it. Look, he has left no room for any religion here. We go to the previous couplets, we see that to introduce this perfect man, he uses names that all religions mention, all religions say them. Let me tell you that in the preceding couplets, he says prophets. He names the prophets, meaning when you read the poem from the beginning to where I read, you see these words in it, meaning whoever thinks prophets exist should know that so in every era a guardian is standing. Meaning who? Meaning your very Imam of the age, meaning your very prophet, meaning your very messenger, meaning the one who is here right now, the one who is here right now. He is pointing it out. He says prophets. We go to the next couplet and we see messengers, meaning he says if you believe in the messenger, it's this same one. We go to the next couplet, he says physician. We go to the next couplet, he says messenger. We go to the next couplet, he says guardian. We go to the next couplet, he says living Imam. We go to the next couplet, he says the standing one. We go to the next, he says Mahdi. We go to the next, he says Hadi. We go to the next, he says light of truth. We go to the next, he says Imam. We go to the next, he says the poor one. We go to the next, he says the pole. We go to the next, he says the heart, meaning there's no name left for you to even try to squirm your way out. Whatever religion you are, Shia or Sunni, whoever you are, with complete intelligence, with complete cleverness, with complete thought, he brings all the names in these few couplets of poetry so that an Iranian won't think he didn't mean the prophets or think he meant the Imam and not the messengers. Don't make a fool of yourself. He has said them all. And because this secret belongs to all these Gnostics, except for you and your mum and Makarem, that's why you can't wriggle out of it. He has explained this secret and all the names are in it. You can't escape. Meaning he says the prophet is the same as the Nabi, the same as the physician, the same as the messenger, and the same as the guardian and the living Imam, and the Qaim and the Mahdi and the Hadi you're looking for, and the light of truth, and the Imam and the pole and the poor one and the heart. Whatever name you give it, it's this perfect man. There's a verse in the Quran, I don't know, verse 30 of Surah Rad or verse 6 of Surah Rad. It's not that important. Since I haven't memorized the Quran, it's not that important for me to memorize it or not. Because if anyone was supposed to understand anything by memorizing the Torah or the Bible, Google would have understood more than all of you, better than Makarem. I swear to God, Makarem has 3 million texts. Naj al-Balagha is in there too. He's fully loaded. It hasn't helped him one bit. They would just write it in Google if they wanted to write. Meaning he's one step better than an idiot. For Google, they say Google, this is the Google one. If not, it would solve the problem. It wouldn't make a difference. All right, let's know now if you're making that poem and I don't know, copying it and sending the CD. No, I don't care. This Hosseini, my dear, whoever you like, some things I tell you are for your power of thought to work. For instance, when I said in the program that, sir, You used to say these lines of poetry, "O Saki, give a cup of that spiritual wine," in high school as, "So I may rest for a moment from this veil of darkness." Then it became carnal. Now let's put these aside. For example, here where he says, "We and the city's ascetic are both branded, but our brand is on the heart. His brand is on the forehead." If you search for "O Saki, give a cup of that spiritual wine," you won't find it. They exist, but the rest of the poems, their couplets, are lost, meaning friends have gone to great lengths to make these lost so they can't be found. Now they know they'll find it, because the books are in the hands of the Sufis. Did you see that in 700 years only the restarters published this good mood? His son didn't understand a thing about mysticism, Sufism, he was religious-y, but it was published by his father's order from Sufism. This is for, he wants, the original book exists now. No matter how much you change it, it will come back to its place. You won't find this mood on the internet. By the way, the books that have been published and are out now are the same, meaning the books published during this time, like that Basiji who messaged that, "Mr. Hosseini, I'm truly floored, you're right." Yes, sir. It's very interesting. The guy sits there, a Shia. Very interesting, dear listener, really very interesting. These people have been fighting with each other for several hundred years over Shia and Sunni. Then, for example, when we are supposed to explain later, when you sit down and talk with them, they talk all this nonsense and have called themselves clerics, meaning they understand the soul. These people still don't even know that, for example, Muhammad ibn Abdullah had 4 daughters. One was Abu Bakr's wife, one was Omar's wife, one was Uthman's wife, and one was Ali's wife. The 4 of them were basically brothers-in-law. They bring up the name of Fatima Zahra, but the names of the others are not even in it. Isn't that interesting to you? Why shouldn't they tell these bloody secrets? They've created a lie. They sit around beating their heads. They send motherfucker curses to the Sunni. The Sunni is the same kind of fool as this one. It makes no difference. Abd al-Rahman Jami says what's Sunni and what's Shia, and he says it now too. Rumi also says whether from the descendants of Ali or from Omar, meaning you don't understand anything from Omar and you don't understand anything from Ali. They exist. And he says beautifully, "I am a Sufi. I am neither Shia nor Sunni." They say this beautifully. All of them said it, not 1 or 2. All of them. Just fantasies. They sit around talking nonsense, and then someone has to come and sit here. Their books, like Allama Majlisi. Allama Majlisi has published books, dear listener. Just so you know, if his mother hadn't done his wife, if he had never eaten food, never gone to the bathroom, never slept, if you returned the books attributed to Allama Majlisi back to him, you'd say, if you revived him, he'd say, "Now why have so many books been written in Majlisi's name? For these idiots." Let me tell you, he was the minister of guidance. They wrote it for his stature. We are all just after the money of power. Did this guy publish books? He published so much that it would take 270 years, and he was probably the minister of guidance. He didn't do anything special, because it's like today, he didn't do any important work. Now in the Quran, verse 30, let me say this so I don't forget. It's important. It says, "Verily I am making inni jarilun." Dear listener, you who are listening to the program, you 600,000 people, please go on the internet and search for maker. You won't find a concept. This shows you how strong their power is. Verily, I am making upon the earth a successor, fil ardi khalifat. It's verse 30, I think. I don't know if it's 6 or 30 of the Surah Rad, and then I read it. There are a few verses, read them, it's found. He says, I am the one who places. Jailun is the active participle. He says, I am the one who places at every moment on the earth a successor, a perfect man, a prophet. Remember you used to say prodigal son, successor. Successor means this. It's very important to know its definition. The word successor means someone who has permission from the previous one. From the truth he is called a successor. Successor means, it means Hosseini has permission from the previous one, meaning it's that same rope, wherever they cut this rope, which all religions have cut throughout these hundreds of years, meaning by intensely promoting Jesus, and meaning whatever Peter does, bringing the dead back to life, it's in the name of Jesus, for the sake of Jesus, for the love of Jesus. They have cut this rope in such a way that they don't accept any religion after it. I mean, I say religion, they don't accept any human after him. But in this Surah Rad it is written, verily I am making, meaning I am placing at all times. Surah Baqarah verse 30. Sorry, because there's a lot. It's Surah Baqarah verse 30. This verily I am making a successor. Inni ja'ilun khalifatan. He says to the angels, yes. Now this is basically the same thing Rumi is saying. We have it in the Bible too. Jesus says that I will build my church upon the rock. Rock also means Peter in Aramaic Hebrew. The word Peter means rock. They are all saying it clearly. They are. It's also logical. If you want, when all these people die, we will ask. And our question is logical. Sir, what do you mean, God? You had to send someone to test me. And this test is also correct. Meaning all these Gnostics, from the handsome Socrates and Plato who screamed so much, sir, it's coming to us from revelation, we are getting messages from UFOs, we are seeing something and saying it. These UFOs are a subset of a being. They talk about the perfect man, they explain and they get killed. They were killed in sequence, they killed Halaj, they killed these ones too. But in any case, the perfect man is a necessity for the universe. There's no and about it, it's logical. What does it mean? It means everyone is being tested and everyone is caught up with this person, and this person leaves no way of escape for you. Look, if that one message this rabbi sent, that was very interesting. He said, what a great formula you've created. You must. What formula? What is this? It belongs to Rumi, to Attar. We created a formula. They are saying exactly this. What does Imam of the age mean? It means the Imam of the age. They say it themselves in Arabic, Imam Zamaneh. It has the hey, the dash h, meaning the Imam of this time. Like the prayer which, look, all of these, this puzzle, my dear beautiful Muslim who is listening, my beauty, listen. The puzzle that you say at the end of the prayer, peace be upon you, assalamu alaikum. Upon you, alik. The K means to you. He must be present. The living Imam must be there. The living person must be there. The living Prophet must be there. The standing one must be there. So in every era, a guardian is standing. What does standing mean? Look, they say the standing one is the Imam of the age. They say the standing one. He says, so in every era, in every period, a guardian, a person called the perfect man, called the guardian, called the Prophet, is standing. Meaning it's that same standing one that's in your head. Everything that Jesus did, all these perfect men throughout history can do. Conjuring dragons, they are fully capable. They bring the dead back to life. There is absolutely nothing a perfect man cannot do. But in each era, according to the needs of the environment, according to the needs of global societies, according to certain necessities, they do one specific thing. For example, you don't see Jesus constantly pulling a staff out of himself, conjuring a dragon. When did you ever see Jesus pull out a staff? Jesus raised the dead. Moses kept turning water red, turning water yellow, turning water red. As that one mullah used to say, he played with water his whole life. Why? Because the people of that time understood things that way. Now look at the fight between Shia and Sunni. See how ridiculous it is. They are fighting over books that don't even exist, that nothing has been said about, over ridiculous books that governments with the little mullahs of these 1400 years have written and fed to the people. What does that mean? It means Ruqayya doesn't exist, but they create a story for her. This same atmosphere has existed throughout history, meaning the Imam of the age who exists in the current era has spoken according to the current needs. In Moses' time they said the camel is forbidden. Well, that's very right. In Moses' time they were all on the run, fleeing, falling from this city to that city. Then the Jews, it becomes tradition, they would eat it, kill the camel and eat its meat. Moses said, "Sir, it's forbidden. Don't kill it. We need it to carry us so we can escape." Then with Jesus it became permissible. Now imagine if all the people on earth followed the religion of Moses. The camel is forbidden. Is wine forbidden? You don't know. Is alcohol forbidden now? By God, you don't know. You don't know. You want to know? Opium is certainly 20 billion times more forbidden than wine. If you drink alcohol to get dizzy, it's your own business. Drink it, enjoy it. The thing that he tells you not to do, that becomes your formula. Meaning he writes a prescription for you, tells you not to do this one thing, and that becomes your prescription. Do the rest. I'm telling you with a bit of doubt. Do it. Go for it, buddy. Do it. Tomorrow, There's a point we explained in the religious law, not that the law is bad, the law becomes correct when you find the path, meaning when you find that person. Then you can understand from this that the list, it's very important. For example, the hijab doesn't belong to Islam. All Christian women wore a head covering. All Jewish women wore a head covering. Why? This itself is an important message. The only person on planet Earth for whom you must put a scarf on your head, meaning a hijab, to highlight something, this was for advertising, meaning imagine all girls are without hijab, and then after seeing for example, Jesus, she has to wear a chador, not a chador, meaning something on her head. This means respect. Then that guy from another religion says, "Oh no, sir, why do you wear a scarf on your heads?" Now, you go to Hafez's tomb in Shiraz, he says, "This man is dead. Other men are not like this man. They should hang." Or in some periods, once or twice in history, men also had to wear a hijab, a headscarf. They had an eye on their daughters. The intelligence agency would take the beautiful girls for sale, for prostitution, It's different. Meaning I don't want to say it now. But for example, during Reza Shah's time, it really wasn't that important. Even during the Shah's time, it wasn't that important. But now, I think soon I should slowly start saying that men should wear chadors. If the perfect man announces, "Sir, men, cover your heads because they have an eye on your mothers." Really, outside really. Meaning they generalize, hey, how can they take them? If it's not announced by the perfect man of the world that, "Sir, everyone in the world must wear a headscarf, especially Iranians must wear it, Turkey must wear it, men can't be found." Now these are very important and deep points in the mystical space that exists. So he says, he is the Mahdi and the Hadi. This is clear. From here, the second secret, I was probably going to reveal the second secret in another 4 or 5, 8 or 9 weeks. I think I'll release it in another 2 or 3. He gives another important message. So, dear listener, whatever religion you are, watch out, be careful of this person, because this perfect man exists in your era. He is like the light. He says he is the light. Intellect is his Gabriel. Intellect, listener. 1 hour of contemplation is equal to 1,000 years of worship. This is for the idiot. Intellect. He is like the light. Intellect is his Gabriel. And the guardian lesser than him is his lamp. And the one lesser than this lamp is our niche. For the light has levels in its order, because the light of truth has 700 veils. Know the veils of light are of many layers. Now he begins to reveal an even bigger secret in this program. Remember, Rumi has another couplet that says, "The ego has 700 heads, from the highest heaven to the lowest earth." 700. Pay attention to their words. Here he says, because the light of truth has 700 veils, know the veils of light are of many layers. Rumi here declares that the perfect man is like a light that has 700 layers, to each layer several other layers. He says this perfect man, to whose hair everyone swears an oath, 2 eyes and a nose and a mouth, a neck, a crown, this perfect man has 700 types, 700 veils, meaning he is saying, and he will explain this in the next couplets. He says the light itself, he says, have you seen the old windows? They were latticed, piece by piece. I don't know if you've seen them or not. Blue and red and yellow. These were pieces like polygons. He says when the light hits, this person's light gives off 700 states of light, both weak and strong, for every person, every being, every Sufi around him. Meaning this Sufism, every Sufi around it also has different states, because the Sufis who are around Sufism are all prophets. Mr. Hosseini, the issue, we've gone off on a tangent again. You mean to say that the perfect man gives off prophets? Yes. This is one of the most important secrets of the movement. Right now in the war of the movement, doesn't it say so-and-so in such and such city who is a Sufi, is a subordinate of the perfect man and is calling people to do what with them? He is a prophet. Have you forgotten what's written in your religious book? That the angels, meaning UFOs, meaning the angels, meaning UFOs, came to Abraham's house and said to Abraham, "Oh Abraham, why have you come?" They said, we want to go and screw up the people of Lot. Who was Lot? Huh? Abraham was the perfect man. Lot was a prophet sent by the perfect man. These 50, 60 people, 30 people, 15, 20 people, it's different in every era. Who are the Sufis around the perfect man? Meaning Shams is also a prophet. That's why Rumi says, Shams and my God. He doesn't even have the courage to see the perfect man. He puts his hand in himself, the moron. Shams is a prophet. These are prophets who are subordinates of the perfect man. The perfect man carves out prophets. He carves out a Buddha, gives out prophets. He gave out a Christian. You moron, aren't you listening? The perfect man gave out a Christian. He told Muhammad to go and sit and do these things for the Arab continent. Abraham the same. He said, go and cut off your son's head. His tests are from the perfect man. The perfect man is the only being who is the commander and the immediate successor, direct, and the line of God on planet Earth. So he says, he is the Mahdi and the Hadi. This is clear. From here, the second secret, I was probably going to reveal the second secret in another 4 or 5, 8 or 9 weeks. I think I'll release it in another 2 or 3. He gives another important message. So, dear listener, whatever religion you are, watch out. Be careful of this person, because this perfect man exists in your era. He is like the light. He says he is the light. Intellect is his Gabriel. Intellect, listener. 1 hour of contemplation is equal to 1,000 years of worship. This is for the idiot. Intellect. He is like the light. Intellect is his Gabriel. And the guardian lesser than him is his lamp. And the one lesser than this lamp is our niche. For the light has levels in its order, because the light of truth has 700 veils. No, the veils of light are of many layers. Now he begins to reveal an even bigger secret in this program. Remember, Rumi has another couplet that says, the ego has 700 heads, from the highest heaven to the lowest earth. 700. Pay attention to their words. Here he says, because the light of truth has 700 veils. No, the veils of light are of many layers. Rumi here declares that the perfect man is like a light that has 700 layers. To each layer, several other layers. He says this perfect man, to whose hair everyone swears an oath, 2 eyes and a nose and a mouth, a neck, a crown, this perfect man has 700 types, 700 veils. Meaning he is saying, and he will explain this in the next couplets, he says the light itself, he says, have you seen the old windows? They were latticed, piece by piece. I don't know if you've seen them or not. Blue and red and yellow. These were pieces like polygons. He says when the light hits, this person's light gives off 700 states of light, both weak and strong, for every person, every being, every Sufi around him. Meaning this Sufism, every Sufi around it also has different states, because the Sufis who are around Sufism are all prophets. Mr. Hosseini, the issue, we've gone off on a tangent again. You mean to say that the perfect man gives off prophets? Yes. This is one of the most important secrets of the movement. Right now, in the war of the movement, doesn't it say so-and-so in such and such city, who is a Sufi, is a subordinate of the perfect man, and is calling people to do what with them, he is a prophet. Have you forgotten what's written in your religious book, that the angels, meaning UFOs, meaning the angels, meaning UFOs, came to Abraham's house and said to Abraham, "O Abraham, why have you come?" They said, "We want to go and screw up the people of Lot." Who was Lot, huh? Abraham was the perfect man. Lot was a prophet sent by the perfect man. These 50, 60 people, 30 people, 15, 20 people is different in every era. Who are the Sufis around the perfect man? Meaning Shams is also a prophet. That's why Rumi says, Shams, my Shams and my God. He doesn't even have the courage to see the perfect man. He puts his hand in himself, the moron. Shams is a prophet. These are prophets who are subordinates of the perfect man. The perfect man carves out prophets. He carves out a Buddha, gives out prophets. He gave out a Christian, you moron, aren't you listening? The perfect man gave out a Christian. He told Muhammad to go and sit and do these things for the Arab continent. Abraham the same. He said, go and cut off your son's head. His tests are from the perfect man. The perfect man is the only being who is the commander and the immediate successor, direct, and the line of God on planet Earth. So he says, he is the Mahdi and the Hadi. This is clear. From here, the second secret, I was probably going to reveal the second secret in another 4 or 5, 8 or 9 weeks. I think I'll release it in another 2 or 3. He gives another important message. So dear listener, whatever religion you are, watch out. Be careful of this person, because this perfect man exists in your era. He is like the light. He says he is the light. Intellect is his Gabriel. Intellect, listener. 1 hour of contemplation is equal to 1,000 years of worship. This is for the idiot. Intellect. He is like the light. Intellect is his Gabriel, and the guardian lesser than him is his lamp, and the one lesser than this lamp is our niche, for the light has levels in its order, because the light of truth has 700 veils. Know the veils of light are of many layers. Now he begins to reveal an even bigger secret in this program. Remember, Rumi has another couplet that says, "The ego has 700 heads, from the highest heaven to the lowest earth." 700. Pay attention to their words. Here he says, because the light of truth has 700 veils. No, the veils of light are of many layers. Rumi here declares that the perfect man is like a light that has 700 layers. To each layer, several other layers. He says this perfect man, to whose hair everyone swears an oath, 2 eyes and a nose and a mouth, a neck, a crown, this perfect man has 700 types, 700 veils, meaning he is saying, and he will explain this in the next couplets, he says the light itself, he says, have you seen the old windows? They were latticed piece by piece. I don't know if you've seen them or not. Blue and red and yellow, these were pieces like polygons. He says when the light hits, this person's light gives off 700 states of light, both weak and strong, for every person, every being, every Sufi around him. Meaning this Sufism, every Sufi around it also has different states, because the Sufis who are around Sufism are all prophets. Mr. Hosseini, the issue, we've gone off on a tangent again. You mean to say that the perfect man gives off prophets? Yes. This is one of the most important secrets of the movement. Right now in the war of the movement, doesn't it say so-and-so in such and such city who is a Sufi, is a subordinate of the perfect man and is calling people to do what with them? He is a prophet. Have you forgotten what's written in your religious book, that the angels, meaning UFOs, meaning the angels, meaning UFOs, came to Abraham's house and said to Abraham, "Oh Abraham, why have you come?" They said, we want to go and screw up the people of Lot. Who was Lot? Huh? Abraham was the perfect man. Lot was a prophet sent by the perfect man. These 50, 60 people, 30 people, 15, 20 people, it's different in every era. Who are the Sufis around the perfect man? Meaning Shams is also a prophet. That's why Rumi says, Shams, and my God. He doesn't even have the courage to see the perfect man. He puts his hand in himself. The moron. Shams is a prophet. These are prophets who are subordinates of the perfect man. The perfect man carves out prophets. He carves out a Buddha, gives out prophets. He gave out a Christian. You moron, aren't you listening? The perfect man gave out a Christian. He told Muhammad to go and sit and do these things for the Arab continent. Abraham the same. He said, go and cut off your son's head. His tests are from the perfect man. The perfect man is the only being who is the commander and the immediate successor, direct, and the line of God on planet Earth. He's pointing that out here. He says this perfect man, whatever God has created in the universe, he has created similar to this, and it is in this. The Big Bang is in this. The dinosaurs are in this. If a quark exists, it is this. If you see all the trees coming out, it's true that there is who in it. It's true, and it also needs air. The breath, the respiration of all beings in the universe is this very being, and God has said, I cannot be seen. Only for seeing me, it is through this one. All the Gnostics say this, meaning all the people of Sufism in these 100,000 years have said this. The only way of salvation is from the Father. Who is the Father? Jesus is right. Do you know who his father is? Gabriel. His intellect is a subordinate of the perfect man. He tells me what he said to do. Some of these prophets, after being guided by the perfect man, they themselves always become a perfect man. They try so hard, it's a very difficult task. So right now we might have 15, 20 prophets in the world. They are called the Sufis, who have been trained by the perfect man to help the other humans who go to them. They are prophets. And that's why, because Abraham is the perfect man, permission must be taken from the perfect man for any calamity to be sent down, for anything. This itself is a huge message in this session. The message must be revealed to him, otherwise he can't. For 2 or 3 days, Abraham mocks them, keeps the angels there, gives them the runaround. A book texts God that, Sir, forgive them, they are pitiable, don't kill them, they are pitiable. Yes, cunning, Gnostic, sheikh-like ways. It has nothing to do with its appearance. When one day I explain about the Quran and the Torah and the Bible and the Avesta and the Vedas and other books of the 72 sects, unfortunately all these secrets of the Avesta will open up for you, and then he says that his cousin or some of these gentlemen say, no, there was another person named Lot who was the prophet of that city. Yes, in every era this perfect man exists, and in every era the perfect man carves out prophets and the world is in his hands. And for this reason, intellect is Gabriel. His light has 700 states, 700 veils. Now, In the coming week I will explain what these layers and these veils and all this are. Mysticism is not for reading, dear listener. Mysticism is a divine gift. Mysticism is to be given. Stability is for reading. Knowledge is to be given. You can't read mysticism from a book. Stop writing to me asking which books to read. Read yourself. If you read your own book, you will reach him. This is the view of the people of Sufism. I don't have a formula to give out and say this is Hosseini's formula. The formula has existed from the beginning. You just didn't pay attention to the poems, didn't pay attention to the thoughts. I'll say goodbye to you until next week. I leave you to... I know that many messages have come. This story is beginning. It is beginning. I don't want to say it. I'm waiting to do it later. But God willing, may we always be successful. Whatever religion you are, I love you. It has nothing to do with me which religion you are, but only if you are looking for God. If not, if you're looking for dancing and singing and fun and games, then continue with your own religion. Go to a wall, shake your head. If you see Moses or God, call here, I'll shut up and leave. You won't see anything. Beyond imagination and comparison and assumption and illusion, beyond all that we have seen and read and heard, God is different from this head shaking and this left and right anxiety. On top of that, when you pray, you get anxious. You have to watch out for those behind you. Your thoughts are more on watching your back than on what's in front. And this, without the permission of the perfect man, prayer, fasting, religious tax, alms, pilgrimage, Hajj, oh my God, I want to reveal another secret. It's so cool, my lips are forced to act. There is another important secret. It's the first secret, Hajj. Hajj, my complete Hajj, is to circle around the perfect man. Give your money, but don't give it to the mosque, the church. Goodbye to them. Do you want to go door to door in the house, street to street? Goody good. The palm tree of lovers' hearts has taken away shame. Farewell.